Secret negotiations at Disney headquarters have concluded. Marvel's biggest trump card is ready to come home. What if Sony lost the rights to Spider-Man right now? This won't just change Avengers Doomsday. It will shatter and rebuild the entire cinematic universe. Peter Parker won't just be a guest. He'll lead the Avengers against Robert Downey Jr. But why is Sony holding on to Parker for dear life? And what secret loophole are fans discussing in the comments? Watch until the end, because the conclusion of this story will completely flip your perspective on Doomsday. To understand the scale of this catastrophe, let's take a look behind the scenes in Hollywood. Right now, Marvel and Sony operate under a unique legal rental agreement. Disney crafts the story and makes the movie, while Sony takes the lion's share of the billion-dollar solo box office. Think back to 2019. The deal fell apart in 5 minutes. Kevin Feige was already saying goodbye to Spidey. And it was only a drunken phone call from Tom Holland to Bob Iger from a pub that saved Spider-Man for the MCU. But here's a fresh piece of insider info. Ahead of Avengers Doomsday, negotiations have resumed with renewed intensity. Marvel Studios wants to make Spidey the key face of the new saga, rather than just a fleeting cameo guest. Imagine the rights returning to Marvel unconditionally. What happens in Doomsday? First and foremost, Marvel finally has its hands untied. Sony will no longer be able to forbid the use of Stark Industries' tech and Peter's storyline. In Doomsday, Parker won't be a broke student living in a rundown rented apartment. He'll be Tony Stark's official heir and the head of Earth's technological headquarters. Parker himself will be the one developing the defense system against Dr. Doom's techno-magic. But the real bombshell is the emotional duel with Victor Von Doom. Just think about it. Peter Parker stands face to face with a man who shares the face of his deceased mentor and father figure. If Sony held the rights, licensing restrictions would have limited this arc to just 2 short scenes. But under Marvel's total control, this will become psychological trauma, the central drama of the entire multiverse saga. Can Peter Parker destroy a villain who looks exactly like the man he lived for? And that's not all. Forget about single movie villains. Without Sony, Marvel can finally introduce the native Norman Osborn of Earth 616. Not a madman from a parallel universe, but a cold-blooded political oligarch. Osborn could become Dr. Doom's shadow ally, or his main rival for control over Earth. Spidey will find himself caught between 2 fires: political intrigue on Earth and magical terror from Latveria. By the way, while reading the comments, I stumbled upon another brilliant theory. How can Parker reclaim his identity after Doctor Strange's spell? Look, the spell made everyone forget Peter Parker, but it didn't wipe the digital archives. With the rights at Marvel, they could easily bring in Jessica Jones as a private detective or the Skrull Talos. They dig up Stark's sealed biometric data and legally restore Peter's name. Now the main question for you. Do you believe Disney will ever buy back Spider-Man outright? Or is Sony holding on to their ultimate cash cow too tightly to ever let go? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. I'll be reading and replying to the most interesting theories. And if you want to know how the MCU broke Spider-Man, click the video appearing on your screen right now. Subscribe to the channel. Bye!